terror attack in New York City. The alleged attacker's mosque has reportedly been under surveillance for years. Judge Napolitano is here. All right, you're a libertarian. What do you say about it?
So
Give me the situation.
Yeah, we're getting mixed stories about this morning. One is that it was under surveillance by the NYPD and they stopped it 2 years ago. Another is that it is still under surveillance by the NYPD. A federal judge in Newark declared all NYPD surveillance outside of New York City unconstitutional. Not the surveillance, but the surveillance by the NYPD. They have no authority in New Jersey. He basically said, if you need this information, get your colleagues in New Jersey to do the surveillance. That's one side of the issue. But speaking to Intel people this morning, the other side of the issue is this. These creeps know that the mosques are being surveilled. So the Uber surveillance, lowercase u in Uber, of the mosques really is just not an effective way of finding out what's going on in the community and who the bad guys are. And that was every text message he sent and every cell phone call he made in the past 5 or 6 years is in the possession of the NSA. They didn't have time to go through it. They should have gone through it and given it to the NYPD. They would have typed his name in. They would have seen he rented the truck earlier today. He's on 4 or 5 of these lists. We better follow the truck.
Okay.
Didn't happen.
Apart from that, and I see your point, Judge, as a libertarian, I do see your point. But there's another point to be made here. You just don't have the manpower, forgive the expression, you don't have the staff to surveil people on a one-on-one basis. It takes 20 people to surveil one suspect.
I agree with everything you're saying, which is one of the reasons that those of us who have condemned bulk surveillance, where the government surveils everybody, and have argued for targeting surveillance, because there is the person power to download the information when the people being surveilled are targeted, as opposed to when they're in the mix with everybody else. So the same surveillance program that captures his cell phone messages captures yours and mine.
Okay, one last one. He came here, that man right there, right-hand side of the screen, he came here from Uzbekistan in 2010 on a diversity visa. He was let in deliberately in this lottery for green cards. They let him in. Should we end this diversity visa program?
Well, look, he came as a child. He was up 10 years ago. He's about 29 now, so he was 19. He was
not a child, he's 19.
Well, he was probably radicalized here. But if he came on a diversity visa without some interrogation by an agent of the government to find out if he is radicalized.
He's got a high school diploma, he's got a clean criminal record, he didn't have it, and he's got a work experience, so he's in. So do we need more diversity? This is the most diverse country in the world.
Probably not. It is a very diverse country. You're talking about the Immigration Act of 1990, signed into law by a Republican President, George H.W. Bush.
And proposed by
then Congressman, now Senator Chuck Schumer, but voted on by Republicans in Congress because it wasn't considered dangerous at the time.
Do you think it should now be ended? I do.
I don't know that we should end it just because of him. If the surveillance on him, he popped up on so many lists this morning that were created before yesterday.
We should let people into this country on the basis of merit. Let in people that we want for specific reasons.
I'll flip that around. We should keep people out of the country based upon their faults, not the place from which they come. So it's opposite sides of the same coin.
It's the same coin.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much indeed,
Judge. It's a pleasure, Mr. Varney.
Not bad, not bad. All right.